The average advisor spends 10 to 15 hours per week following up with their clients. That is over 25% of their time. Incredible. Today we're going to be showing you how to change that number from 10 to 15 hours a week to 2 to 5 hours per week by teaching you how to automate workflow steps with Zapier inside of Wealthbox CRM. So let's get into it. Jeff here, and I just wanted to let you know about our new Zapier automation templates. So whether you're on Redtail or Wealthbox, we have brand new automation templates in the link in the description. So this is a great way to get started with Zapier automation, because once you sign up for these automation templates, you're going to get them into your inbox immediately. You click on the link in the Zapier automation, automatically goes into your Zapier account. What it does is when a lead or prospect is entered into your CRM, it's going to automatically launch an opportunity. So very important for you guys looking to keep track of your opportunities and close business very quick. So back to the video. So advisors, you're having annual reviews, you're having tax planning meetings, you're having check-in calls with clients, and there's always follow-up emails that must go out. You're doing this throughout the day. You're doing it in the morning. You're doing it in between meetings. You're doing it at lunch. No, let's not do that. Let me teach you a different way. So the way that I'm going to teach you today is based on workflow steps. And let's use an annual review as an example, because after an annual review, the client expects a follow-up email with action steps or points that were covered during the meeting, right? So you should have an annual review workflow already. And if you don't, make one, create one. We can help you with that. But what I'm going to do is I am going to launch our annual review workflow on Joe Schmo to show you how to save time with email follow-up. Okay, this is a test workflow with pre-steps, so it's not going to be very detailed. I'm going to complete the pre-steps just so we can get to the follow-up email portion of this automation. Let's say you've reached the workflow step where it says send follow-up email. When you press complete, it can automatically put an email in your drafts folder in Gmail or Outlook, so you can block off time at the end of the day or every couple days to make sure that you're in the mindset of client follow-up and knock them out one by one. And you can have a template that is there inside of Zapier that pushes to your drafts folder so that you're not stuck there with creating new emails every single time. At least you have a template, and then you can put the relevant information of the meeting that you had with the client into that email. So I'm going to toggle over to Zapier and show you how this automation works. So the first step of this automation, the trigger, is that a workflow step is complete. And so that's very simple to set up. Wealthbox has this natively inside of Zapier. And then we are going to filter. So we're going to make sure that the name of the step exactly matches the actual step in Wealthbox CRM. That will make it so only for that step, when you hit complete, will that template email go into your drafts folder, right? So it is send follow-up email. Let's go back to Wealthbox and see if we have the text exactly matching. Okay, send follow-up email. There it is. So we have the text exactly matching, and this is a filter to make sure that we're not just sending through every workflow step into the automation. The next step is to find the contact. So in the ID, when the workflow step is complete, one of the outputs will be workflow linked to ID. You simply put that inside of this part of the automation, and it's going to find the contact or find the client that we're looking for, therefore giving us all of the information of the client. Because when the workflow step complete trigger happens, it's not getting us all of the client data. It's just getting us the workflow data. So we find the contact, therefore getting us all of the information, their first name, their email, so we can tee up an awesome email. So then the next step, we use Gmail at Advisor Tech Partners, but the same thing can happen for Outlook. We've done this for advisors for Outlook. So In Gmail, we're going to do to, and it's going to be the email address found from the find contact step. And then the subject is great connecting during your annual review, comma, first name with an exclamation point from my email, because I'm the advisor in this situation. And then we just have some HTML code here, which serves as the email. It's just an email put into HTML code, just so it comes out formatted correctly every single time, like clockwork. But you can see inside this code, we have it so it says, "Hi Joe." So it's going to change every single time depending on the client you're working with. So I am going to press continue, and I'm going to publish this automation. So let's pretend it's the day that you've met with the client. We're just going to complete this step because we know that the draft email is going to go into our drafts, and we're blocking ourselves off a certain amount of time to get our brain in the headspace of follow-up. It's going to take way more time. The reason you're spending 10 to 15 hours per week with client follow-ups is because it's all scattered. Now you can block off time, have all of the emails sitting in your draft folder, and follow up that way when you're focused. So let's click on complete step, and we'll show you the automation and how it gets the email into my drafts inside of Gmail. All right, we just completed the workflow. Now I am going to go over to my drafts folder in my Gmail and see what happened. And just like that, you can see that in my drafts folder, this email automatically appeared. It has the right email. Joe Schmo's email is there. And then it took all the custom fields. So great connecting during your annual review, Joe. Hi, Joe. And then here's where you can just start putting in the action steps. Block off time, set up this automation so you can spend 2 to 5 hours per week on follow-up instead of spending 25 to 30% of your valuable time on client follow-up. This is a very important automation to save time, get you in the mindset of client follow-up, and start running your firm better so you can allocate that saved time to more important things. Let's go back to Zapier just so I can show you how it worked. I'm going to show you the Zap log, or the Zap run, I should say. You're going to see that it found that the workflow step was complete, the condition passed, the only continue if send follow-up email is the step name. It found the contact based on the ID, the linked to ID, and then it created the draft. So that's why we are left here with draft. And if you're doing this throughout the week, these are just going to stack up in your draft folder, and you can just go down one by one. Awesome automation for you guys to use. We really hope you use it. If you need help automating your firm, if you need help actually thinking about what can be automated, please let us know. But right here, we're showing you a step that people think, oh, there's no piece of automation that could help this because every client's different. Well, I would say that they're a little bit wrong because we can set up a template where you can actually put in the relevant information from the meeting into the template, and then also block off time in your calendar to just go into your drafts folder and bang out the follow-ups. So I hope this video was helpful. Also, schedule an introductory meeting with us below. We'd love to get to know you and your firm. And be sure to get your free automation templates below. We have a link in the description. And like, subscribe, and comment. We'll see you soon, and have a great day.